try or not, that will not work going forward. And Mintz comes in and Askew sits.
Yeah, the level of competition, and no offense against Morehead State. Nice play. Beautiful play as Sarr is in the book for the first time.
To play with that has played in a Kentucky uniform until this year. That is crazy.
Sarr drives right around Golden for the slam. Against Morehead State, he's got the first 4 points here today against Richmond. And now a miss and a run out, and it is Boston slamming it home. So he's actually got 1 miss on the season right now. He is 13 for 14 from the field. And Sarr is doing some great work down low for Kentucky. How Kentucky, incredible talent.
No.
That's because he made the last one, right?
Yeah, this is not AAU ball.
Yeah. Knocks down to 3. He's got all 5 in the early going for KU. Sarr, nice little shovel pass, and the slam is good for Isaiah Jackson. Mintz did not play at all last year because of injuries, was the starter the 2 years prior to that. Follows up the miss on the free throw. He got the offensive rebound, and Brandon Boston Jr. gets the dunk.
He's a penetrator. He's tough at the basketball. He gets to open people. I think he's going to be a big plus.
Meanwhile, Kansas just keeps turning it over. Kentucky's out to a 12-point lead.
You can't win when you continue to throw the ball to the other team. Man, that's a simple fundamental of the game.
Easy basket for Boston.
Offensive glass. And one thing they're very good at, too, is rebounding and kicking out. Sarr's got this guy buried, and that's enabled that to happen.
I think he might even get taller as the years move on.
There you go, get it in.
And Sarr able to slam it home.
Terrence Clark gets a touch, back to Clark, 9 to shoot. Good look from Sarr and a hammer dunk from Isaiah Jackson. Boston pushes the Wildcats, trying to take play tech. It's Clark, another runner. Ware follows it up. Let's Ware, presence felt from Camden, New Jersey.
Scoring game between these two. Williamson with a runner rejected by Jackson. That's what he does best.
Give it back to him for a lob. Yes.
And he did.
Yes.
Askew to Jackson.
Yeah, COVID-19's caused a nightmare, obviously, for some, but we still at least got some good basketball. Oh, good offensive rebound. Oh!
2 straight possessions, shot clock winding down. And a steal. Leading the way. It's Ware on a 2-hand flush. Timeout, Mississippi State, a 2-point game.
This team, because he thinks they can get to another level.
Always seems to be the case when Kentucky comes to town, regardless who the opponent is. Good-looking feed and the throwdown by B.J. Boston. Well, Florida started SEC play just before the new year, December 29th. With the win at Vanderbilt, they followed that up with a home win over LSU as the alley-oop goes down in transition, and it's that man, Keon Brooks.
What a hustle play by Derugi. Above the rim.
Derugi has made his presence felt on this one as the alley-oop is thrown down. Mintz to Sarr. A Tech who's really been pressed into bigger minutes since the incident with Keontae Johnson as they pound it down low. Sarr one more time.
On the court, he's doing a great job of getting rebounds, passing the basketball, and making his team better.
Here's Boston, drops it off to Brooks, who throws it down. Great teamwork.
Now they're turning up the defensive pressure, trying to speed Kentucky up into another turnover.
Look at the second effort and the finish by Isaiah Jackson. Points. Here's a long 3 by Locke. And here he goes the other way. Big time throwdown by Keon Brooks.
Keon Brooks, Johnny on the spot. High ball screen for Askew. He comes off, probes a little bit. Oh, beautiful basketball.
Gorgeous feed by Jackson to Toppin.
He drew 3 Wildcat defenders and then just flipped it over his shoulder, and Reese knocked down a 3. They all make 3s.
Reese has really been a big
Auburn point guard spot.
I wasn't going to bring it up, but since our graphics department was all over it, we were 1 for 15 in this game.
Became coachable, became tough. I got a lot of respect for Devin Askew because of didn't run from hard.
Cooper wanted a goaltend on Brooks. Looked like he had a clear lane in the basket. Spit, clear lanes. Look out for Keon Brooks. One-handed, left-handed, alley-oop off the dribble. From the outside, Askew. And a flush Jacob Toppin throws it down.
The three-point line. Make him make a play with his feet.
Kentucky 0 for 5 from the field. Now 1 for 6. High percentage shot that time. #1 pick in the draft. I mean, nowadays, if you're talented, they're going to find you no matter where you're going to school. Nice alley-oop pass.
Hurt some of their wings to the post to be able to score against taller players because they're strong.
Follow-up slam by Brandon Boston.
I also said when Mintz is on the floor with Askew, he wants him to play the role of point guard. Good pass to Brooks for the flush. Just like that, frees up Askew on the floor. Sharif O'Neal, Shaquille O'Neal's son. They continue with that 2-2-1 pressure. Hasn't paid off, and it won't here. Alley-oop pass, and it's Toppin who throws it down.
Game above, and we'll be putting you on that standby list quick.
Couple of acrobatic catches, the alley-oop, and that's thrown, and it's flushed by Brooks.
Exactly how he has said it.
Good.
And that's the language that you have to say. And Brandon knows what it is. That backside lob stuff is so good by Kentucky in this game.
Askew over in the first half, 0 for 4, 6 on the shot clock. Good pass. Good look from Mintz to Saar. Double team Askew, he dribbles right out of it. And here comes Brooks, the alley-oop. That worked well. That's Isaac Jackson. 8-point game. Mintz open 2, no good. Jackson, great hustle, picks up the offensive board. Now he drives and throws it down. And we're going to have a foul on the floor.
Well, pride, man. Play some defense.
Maybe on Mintz a ball fake into the paint, and there is Isaiah Jackson. John Petty goes to the bench, 7 points, 3 fouls. Keon Brooks, good pass down low. Saar with a dunk. We're back here with a 63-56 game. In the SEC, unless you're Alabama, you cannot have a bad night and expect to win. Isaiah Jackson with a flush there. 7 mark, which is when we came back from commercial. Driving.
There you go. Don't settle for that jump shot. Drive that ball.
Kentucky only averages 5.2 made threes per game, 318th in the country. They've already made 2 triples early, and there's a missed triple, but Isaiah Jackson on the follow.
Because you go down there to the G League, and who knows what's going to happen, because they're not ready to play in the NBA, that's for darn sure, but they get drafted on potential. Guy steps in. Potential. I want guys who can play.
On the drive. That was too strong. Here comes Devin Askew. Still crossover. It's a trailer for the throwdown. Keon Brooks hangs from the rim.
Delivered to Jay. Keon Brooks having a great night.
Askew with the deflection took it away from Vescovi.
Nice pass.
Up ahead. Throws it down is Boston.
I'll tell you what, Boston got the lose.
Called by Tennessee.
With Saar at 7-foot, Jackson 6'11", Toppin at 6'9" across the back. Good active hands.
By Mintz. Boston, there you go. The alley-oop, and Jackson throws it down with one hand.
Played harder than anybody else on the floor.
Mintz to Askew. They're doing a lot of passing, a lot of running. Toppin goes in hard.
Yep, and Kentucky's got to get a good look. Shoot a shot that gives you a chance to rebound. Well done.
For these college kids. They tried to toss it into Flanagan. Turnover. 5-2 lead for Auburn. Jumper doesn't go for Mintz. Rebound and slam. Big finish, Isaiah Jackson. On the inside, Akingbola there to meet Isaiah Jackson. Kept alive. Saar the throwdown.
The long ball like that.
Jimmy's got a high release point, so it's going to be tough to block Thor's shot. Boston challenging, slam down on the follow. Kentucky. Mintz is open. Rebound, foot 4, tip in, slam down on the follow. Isaiah Jackson.
You getting scores and build on the confidence.
Cooper lost it underneath. Break opportunity. Mintz. Oh, Mintz on a major rack attack.
Has a little bit of an advantage because guys are jumping towards the right side of his body.
Kentucky up by 2.
Oh, watch out.
Upstairs, a special delivery to Keon Brooks.
Top of the scout, he's on fire outside the three-point line.
Another turnover. That's a half a dozen, and guess who's got the flush? It's Boston.
Punch from Kentucky early, and now they're just hanging around.
Well, we know on the knock on Kentucky this year, it's not that.
Would know. I mean, you know, he's Scottie Pippen Jr. Oh, that's a pretty nice play right there. Scottie Pippen Jr. is the key, right? And
RV.
well, let's see what Kentucky runs here. They're 1 for 7 in the second half. And there's Sarr. See, I'm telling you, Mike, he has an impact on everything they do.
Nashville. Sarr posting up with 3 fouls, gets it and knows what to do with it. That's just, he's too strong.
Art. And the Wildcats control it.
Whoa!
Big finish! Skying to the rim. Jacob Toppin. Boston a little outside his range. Jackson gets a touch. Jackson one-on-one. Baseline. Oh! The crank! Isaiah Jackson. Vescovi. Wow. Knocked out of there by Jackson. Boston has the angle. Takes it in for the flush.
How about
10 to shoot. Under 2 minutes left in regulation. Askew had it knocked away. Sarr recovers. Brooks with the jam.
Naruji. Get another look at that. That was picture perfect. Knew he was going to maybe get his shot blocked. Laid it up there for his partner. Appleby in the paint and in some trouble and threw it away. Askew ahead. Mintz on the flush.
That's what Kentucky wants to do.
Run. Man, quick dribble, in some traffic. They threw another one away. Askew on the run out and the follow by Toppin.
I think the conversation will go deeper as we need to wrap this up and move on in terms of, are we making sure we're getting our kind of guys? And again, do we have a breakdown guard?
It's double teamed. Somebody's open. It's Boston with 7 on the shot clock. That's short. Offensive rebound. Jacob Toppin.
He did have the ability to go downhill. I wouldn't describe him as that breakdown guard that Kentucky's always had, but he was another guy as an athlete on the floor.
And another local super high school phenom out of Kentucky. A $50,000 donation, as he said. So we're dealing with COVID. We're dealing with unemployment.
lead is 9. Molinar into the paint. No, tough pass, and Jackson. Hold up. Clark, the alley-oop for sure.